3, 2, 1, go.
Hello ladies and gentlemen, it is your boy Schwan. Today I'll be making a different type of video that I made quite a while ago. It's a discussion video. So in today's video what we do in discussion is Naruto or Prodigy. Now this is a very interesting video and I personally thought I couldn't really do it myself, so I brought on a good friend, anime-wrld. Say hello.
Hey, what's up everybody? I'm anime-wrld.
Anyways, basically, yeah, obviously we have a discussion. We haven't really thought of this, we just put some bullet points on this and let's begin. So, obviously, I've heard a lot of people, I'm pretty sure you have as well, that say Naruto isn't a prodigy. Now, this obviously isn't true. There are multiple reasons of this, and what are your reasons, like? Because I know my reasons, but go ahead.
Okay, so I have a couple, but I just wanted to start off with the dictionary definition of like what a prodigy is, right? So the dictionary definition kind of goes on to state that it's someone, especially a young person, that's endowed with exceptional qualities or abilities, right? So in early Naruto, when you see prodigy children, they usually excel in ninjutsu, taijutsu, or genjutsu, and are blatantly disproportionate to the children around them. Like, for example, Kakashi, Minato, and Itachi, they were all hailed as prodigies, you know, like Kakashi being promoted at the age of 12 to a Jonin, right? But there's many reasons why Naruto should have been seen as a prodigy in many feats as well. But initially, I feel like the main reason why he wasn't hailed as a prodigy was because he was a Jinchuriki of the Nine Tails, so people saw him as a monster. Otherwise, they would have really began to notice his latent potential and his actual abilities, right?
Yes, that's true. And excuse me. And I do believe that there is also a growth, because a study shows by LETD. I'll put the study in below of the description. It says that growth mindset is associated with this is for academic, but we can still put it into Naruto point of view, because technically this is academic, can still be put in a ninja's point of view. That a growth mindset is associated with higher levels of perceived control, right? Control over their stuff, right? Where there's a fixed mindset associated with lower levels of perceived control. If you think about it, it's basically saying that when someone has a higher growth of mindset, meaning like they have parents to do stuff for them, they have like a mother, father, they have someone to be there for them. You know, Naruto never had that mother, that father, and obviously we all know a mother. We all know that a mother is very important. Like to my mother, if anything happened to my mother, I'm gonna obviously feel like I'm gonna be really, really sad because she's taught me so much stuff like that. But Naruto never had that, and neither a father. He didn't have a father to play ball with him. You know what I mean? Football, soccer, whatever. I'm just saying. You know what I mean? He never had someone to him. He never had a mother to care for him, show him kindness, and this could have lowered the level of control, because Naruto had a fixed mindset, being a Hokage, but he didn't know, oh, I need to train this, I need to do that. Whereas Sasuke, Itachi, Minato, like, okay, we don't know about, I can't talk about Minato because we don't really know anything much about him. But with Sasuke and Itachi, they had everything. Sasuke already knew how to train. He probably most likely had scrolls about, you know, fire style jutsu, different techniques to train, what taijutsu style. And Itachi even had and we could even go on the point that children's goals, like, think about it. Naruto had a goal for Hokage, perfectly fine goal, makes sense. A lot of people in the village had that goal, but at the same time, Naruto only had that goal and like was for attention. It wasn't really a reasoning, like a proper reason to become Hokage, to save everyone. Obviously, later on, he wanted that goal to end hatred and become Hokage and, you know, do it for the good of the village. But at the start, he didn't. He just did it for attention. While Sasuke wanted to kill Itachi because Itachi did wrong to the clan, and you could say he did wrong to the village as well, yeah, and killed the parents. And Itachi's own goal was to end wars. It stated that Itachi, when he was 4 years old in the Itachi novel, that he was brought to the war at the age of 4, like to the third grade ninja war, and it shows that of his like goal to do stuff, and he was obviously trained by Fugaku. Fugaku saw potential in Itachi, and Itachi, he had incredible feats, such as at the age of 5 years old, managing to be able to destroy a whole like massive rock just by using chakra in his fist. And you can clearly see the difference. Like now, Sasuke and Itachi really had that backing, whereas Naruto didn't.
Yep. Um. Oh, do you want to continue?
Yeah, you continue.
Okay, so I just wanted to talk a little bit about Naruto himself and why he should be considered a prodigy, right? He's got a lot of feats to kind of back it up, so I just thought I'd kind of bring some of it up. So first of all, what's up?
Better at this, I said.
Yeah.
Better at this.
So, something that we got to keep in mind is that initially he had some unbalanced chakra control because of the QB inside of him, but he should have been seen as a prodigy at the age of around 12 for several reasons. For example, he was able to learn the Rasengan in a very short period of time, which is an A-rank jutsu that took the 4th Hokage literally years to synthesize. Also, as a kid, he was able to fully master the Shadow Clone Jutsu and create thousands, right? Not even advanced Jonin and previous Kage could accomplish this feat, right? I remember in the War arc, Tobirama only mentioned that he could create a few. Although he was low on chakra, I am comparing him to Part 1 Naruto, and a lot of people are under the impression that the Shadow Clone Jutsu is very easy because you had to do it in the academy, but that was actually a different jutsu, right? They performed the Clone Jutsu, which is simply an intangible illusion.
Can I actually make a point as well?
Yeah, go ahead.
The clone jutsu was similar to genjutsu because it was an illusion.
Exactly.
It was between a ninjutsu and genjutsu, but the shadow clone jutsu is only a ninjutsu.
Yeah, exactly. The shadow clone is a physical copy of yourself, right? So, for example, a good way to get around the illusion clone jutsu is to kind of look at the clones and see if they kick up any grass, if they make any dust or anything, because they're not actual physical copies of the person, right? They're just like you said, they're kind of like genjutsu, they're illusions.
Illusion, yeah.
Whereas the shadow clone jutsu is a B rank jutsu that isn't very easy to perform, right? Just to put this into perspective, after beating Mizuki in the anime, Iruka states that he thinks that Naruto could surpass all previous Hokage, right? Now, this portion was actually filler, but it did contribute to the story, and he ended up being correct. Is there anything you want to add before I get to my next one?
I mean, I do agree with everything, obviously. And the fillers do count. The fillers kind of, if you think about it, the fillers are extension of the kind of the like series itself, because it gives other like there's okay, I agree with everything you said. I don't have really anything to say, but what's your next point?
So I wanted to talk about the summoning contracts that he was also able to do, right? So summoning is not something that anybody can just do at this early age, right? So he was able to summon Gamabunta, and at this age, he was even able to defeat actual prodigies, like actual claimed prodigies, like Neji and Sasuke. Like, for example, Sasuke being able to replicate Lee's fighting style in such a very, very short period of time and replicate his speed as well. And if you keep in mind that Naruto was able to fight against Sasuke's taijutsu in the Valley of the End, knowing that Sasuke could match Lee's speed.
Can I make a point?
Go ahead.
Okay, Naruto actually, if this is a point, but Naruto managed to copy Neji's Gentle Fist fight. You know what I mean? You see where he fight. This is in the anime only, I believe it is, where he started to hit Sasuke's like chakra points or pressure points, you could say, something like that. And he managed to, and you could clearly see Sasuke's eye went white. Like that happens when like because his chakra points were getting hit, and Naruto just managed to kick, and so it shows that Naruto was kind of able to even copy Neji's technique, like add it into his own. Like you can really see he was using his fingers, which is what you do in the Gentle Fist, to like tap into obviously a chakra point, which was what Naruto was doing in Sasuke, which is amazing because it's only been a few days after the. It's only been like 2 or 3 weeks or a week at least after the tuning exams, him just being able to do that and like just look at Neji's technique and then being able to like figure it out and then use it as his own is incredible. And it's even seen the Ishiki fight when Naruto fought him, and it is part of his taijutsu style, which is an incredible thing.
Yeah, you don't actually need to have the Byakugan to replicate some abilities of some of the taijutsu from the Gentle Fist, right? For example, Boruto in the Boruto franchise is also able to use the Gentle Fist, but he doesn't have the Byakugan, so he can't. You don't need what's up?
And Boruto, I'm pretty sure Boruto was taught Gentle Fist. Am I correct?
Yeah, exactly, and he was seen as a prodigy, whereas Naruto kind of just figured it out, and he wasn't.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
It's crazy. Now, they can make statements that Boruto could, but that's not what we're talking about. Naruto's it's incredible to think about. Just look at it, and it's like, oh yeah, I know it instantly. Like it's incredible. Like there are a very small percentage of people in the Leaf and in general that have that kind of talent. And a lot of people think that Naruto never got anything from Minato, but bro, he got like so much talent that just like I'll go to my point now because I know you're gonna talk about summonings, and obviously that is very difficult. But there's 2 points I want to make. First point is that that Naruto actually. Now people say that Naruto could perform all those jutsu because Naruto had so much chakra, but if you have so much chakra, you need to know how to use it. It's like if I have a glass of water and I pour it into a cup. I need to know how much I need to pour into the cup. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
If I want to like give it to someone, think about it. Naruto knew how to basically in this sense, Naruto knew how, from his large pool of water, he knew how much exact chakra to put in there. Because he put like, let's say, too much or too little, he couldn't do it, perform it, but he managed to do it, showing that he like unconsciously even still had really good chakra control. Another point as well. This is the point where how Naruto wasn't like kind of the reason it kind of. I'm still saying he's a prodigy. I'm saying how he was pulled back. Or I still put one of my point about child performance decrease, but this is another one. Naruto had was abused as a young child. There's even scenes I think in the filler where it shows Naruto beaten up by villagers, but you get what I mean. Naruto's life wasn't that good. If you're left alone as a kid and no one cares about you, you're obviously not going to do that. Obviously, like it's even surprising Naruto still wants to come to the village, and there are even statements. I don't know if these statements are true. That Naruto would have literally like turned against the village. There was a chance he would have turned against the village because of what they did. And he even might have like. There's a lot of stuff that would have made like that's the wait. Sorry, I just messed up. Basically, the child abuse could have decreased Naruto's like want to like serve the village and like do better in life in general. Like even could have provoked suicidal thoughts and the now decreased the performance of Naruto. And if you think about it, the reason Naruto kind of even unlocked that potential, that prodigy power, you know what I mean? It was because of Iruka, like when he learned the Shadow Clone Jutsu, and that then progressed him on to go higher. That was like what he needed, a click to open up that potential deep inside him.
Yeah, somebody who actually cared. Like, if he didn't have Iruka, honestly, it would have made more sense for just Naruto to turn evil in Sasuke, because Naruto had nobody.
Yeah, it's even stated that, I believe it stated that Naruto said himself that if there wasn't Iruka, this might be wrong, but I'm pretty sure this is true. If there was no Iruka, that he would have most likely like went against the village.
Yeah, that would have made sense actually.
Yeah, and I mean, yeah, and I think I'll say one thing, and again, Naruto comes from a very big family. Like we both know this. Naruto comes from Uzumaki clan, with massive chakra reserves, like chakra prodigy. Man, okay, I'll say one thing. The two reasons Naruto has a lot of chakra: A, Kushina; B, Minato. Minato had feats that were incredible, managing to teleport a whole Biju, make a large ceiling array, teleport multiple times, and then even beat Obito in a fight. Rasengan's crazy amount of things he could do, and you need a lot of chakra for the Rasengan, and you even need good amount of chakra for the flying Raijin. It was stated that the gods in the War Arc, it was stated the gods couldn't even perform like the flying Raijin on their own. The gods of Minato, who were taught the flying Raijin by him. Yeah. So, like, it takes a ridiculous amount of chakra, and to think about Minato and Kushina chakra kind of like made Naruto's chakra into crazy. Because it was two people with such large chakra reserves to make like Naruto, who had even large chakra. It's like timesing, multiplying chakra, if you get what I mean.
Yeah. No, definitely.
It makes sense. And yeah, pretty much. What's your points now?
There's just a couple more things I wanted to also mention as well, because just in case people are not convinced yet. We also do know that as a child he was able to defeat Gaara, another Jinchuriki who was completely bloodlusted.
And mental amp, by the way, mental amp. And it locked I'm gonna go to the point again, the mental amp point.
Yeah.
Because Naruto unlocked potential through the mental amp, and it showed how ridiculously good he was.
Yeah, absolutely. I think a lot of people kind of don't really put a lot of weight on these mental amps and mental nerfs, but they're actually really important. You know what I mean? Like, if you have like nobody supporting you and like you have no motivation, you're not going to perform as good. Whereas if you have an actual reason, like trying to be Hokage, for example, and like even in Shippuden as well, he was able to master Sage Mode so fast in comparison to his own master Jiraiya, one of the legendary Sannin, who was literally never able to master it and needed assistance to maintain it. You know what I mean?
Which is great, and you think about it, we don't know how long it took Minato to do it. But if you think about it, in Naruto, every generation is supposed to be stronger than the next. Usually, I'm not gonna count Madara and Hashirama because they're part of like reincarnations of people, which doesn't really count. I'm making a video. Anyway, sorry.
No, you're good,
my
you're good.
sister just came in. Anyways, we're gonna keep that in the video as a joke. Anyways, where was I? I forgot what I was gonna say.
You were talking about Minato stage mode.
Yeah. We don't know how long it took Minato to max his stage mode. But it probably took longer than Naruto, because if you think about it, Naruto is essentially a better version of Minato, with the hair and color, but not obviously. You get what I mean, right? Essentially, a better version of Minato. He's much smarter than Minato, when tactically, if you think about it, and like the way he improves, like it's incredible. So if you think about it, Naruto would have been able to master Sage Mode even faster.
Yeah, absolutely. So those are most of the feats that I had planned for the video. You could also talk about some QB feats, but I wanted to just kind of limit it to mostly Naruto feats, because then that way you can kind of say that that's all Naruto. You know what I mean? If you include some QB feats, then it's a little bit of both. You know?
Yeah, but a QB feat as well. If you think about it, I'm pretty sure an average ninja can't control the power of the QB. If an average ninja has the QB inside them, like. It's possible, like they can't control the chakra. Even if the chakra came into their body, I would think it would be more difficult to control the chakra, because it's not their own chakra. And Naruto was able to control a chakra that wasn't his own, and that wasn't part of him. And you could say that Naruto's like body adapted to it. At the same time, like it takes a hell of a lot of chakra control to do something like that. It's crazy. So yeah. But I think that's pretty much it for us, right? All our points, right?
Yeah. You want to close out?
Yeah, no parents, no. Okay, that makes sense. Anyways, that was a good video. Thank you for being a guest on my on my channel. Thank you very much.
Yeah, no problem. Anytime.
Anytime. Okay. See you guys later. Have a good day. Peace.